ranks of what they're doing, where
Okay,
they're
we got
going.
Liquid on
Throw in a
defense.
Brimmy, so you even
We
have
got
a Stimmy
BBL
to
on
get you
attack.
going. And I don't know.
And they
I
got
think
the
this could
ISO
be
out.
dangerous. The fact is, though, Liquid have done well to start off strong. And a lot of these maps thus far.
Info for showers. I think this is a good idea from Liquid.
That last map could have began as in camo.
Make him commit really early on.
Or how it could have ended. BBL, pistols, the big talking.
Oh, Camo might be in trouble.
Being good at the early half, maybe not that way. There's a chance. Levin shut down. Sociable on the trade, but only the one to be found.
Absolute madness, bro.
The very many players tagged up on BBL without the spike planted. They need something to pull them back into this round. Lots of opponents spawning on this side of the map. In fact, they're good to TP, and they realize
they
it.
two earlier.
Magnum isolated.
Ooh,
he'll be taken down. A big punish, but Trex,
Frenzy
13 HP.
Bro, how does this Frenzy do
I think
this?
it's BBL with the advantage here.
Oh, Trex is 13 HP in the last duel. It's just that he managed
SK,
to
thanks so much for the prime as well. Appreciate the 4 months.
And now we're going to get a 1v1 towards long, potentially. Kiko on that wraparound. Yumpy playing back passively. Waiting for him
Does
to try
Kiko
and
even
cross.
consider
He loses
it?
this fight, and it puts all the pressure on Profek, who's already low, but it's whether or not he actually checks this close angle at all, and the answer is no. You can see Yumpy is just waiting to see if there's a second layer to that. Now Trex needs another couple of those low HP kills, and with Yumpy not facing and Profek waiting.
Nicely
BBL
done here.
have
I
the
mean,
pistol
Magnum
round.
did so much,
There
bro.
it is, a strong start.
That kill back sight from Magnum
Remember,
makes that a lot easier.
They managed to come into this series 5-0 down starting out Ascent, battled their way back, but the slow start cost them the real chance to fight in the end. Then on Sunset, they need the hero of Sociable to have the best game he's ever had. So here in VCT EMEA, certainly up there with some of the best that we have seen.
Nice, thinking back to him on Pearl with the sniper though, like he's had
right.
a few. That's the thing, when he pops off.
For a comp that could snowball pretty heavy with ults as well, it's very nice for BBL. You're probably going to see this a lot. Molly down, try and get the orb. Yeah, this is it's a scary ult, man. It's a scary, scary ult.
The orb didn't even get taken. That's the
Yeah, Liquid wanted to try to take away the orb.
It's hard not to look at the previous map and talk entirely about Sociable. Hell, he's got the most kills on the map, and it was in regulation for this entire stage. But
honestly, all dying before they can get a plant in the orbs isn't the worst.
Mostly on him. Levin had a poor game, and that's not something you're going to expect in back-to-back maps. It's not something you're going to expect at all, really, from this guy. Now he's on the ISO, here on Vine. We know Sociable's level. Sociable's on a duelist. This is looking like BBL have really hit that power spike right towards the end of the game.
It's a great bonus. Look at the money. Like, it's nice.
Could well be theirs, but this is where Liquid look to put an early stop to those notions. Full investment, full buy. But to be honest, not that weak of a purchase from BBL either.
Yeah,
Still playing it as a bonus.
It was an in-zone flawless in the last round.
It's a really nice bonus.
That extra opportunity. He actually
tried to catch him out. Yeah, it's kind of nice.
A solid start, still with a couple.
Straight up sending it, dude. These two on long have to win this.
Very good on the sky, but it's a little bit whiffy. And the trade's good for the side of BBL.
This is looking rough, man, for Liquid.
And as it was shown on the toast earlier, the retakes have never been particularly good. We've seen some miracle Nats lineups before, but that's not going to be one of them.
He's done well, tagged up a bunch of players. They're going to have to reinvest into shields. In terms of econ, it pays off more in his favor. That's great. That's a positive.
Dude, do they have
and now we're out of positives.
I would need to look at that back and actually see like util-wise.
Presumably they will do so, but with 4 players alive,
I guess they just use their util over towards long already.
In the previous round, this is a huge economy.
They really have
builder.
nothing between
Tex
and
Passy. It's not just a matter of winning 1, maybe not even a matter of winning 2 rifle rounds back to back. You are going to need to crush this attack side, find solution after solution. With a 3-0 scoreline brewing, here's a chance to make it more costly for Nats. He wants this weapon, though. It's a difficult trade-off, and in the end, it's the worst of both worlds as he goes down without a pick to his name.
Solid work. Already, you can just see that.
I like the TP idea to catch him off there. Dude, how's there no util?
I think that's the bigger worry for me. It's not so much that Sociable
Man, you gotta flash that, surely.
It's the fact that you could see that the team got so pumped up alongside it.
I mean, to be fair, if he wins the first, sure, he gets 2.
My counter to that, however, is all 3 of the matches they've played versus each other in VCT have ended with Liquid winning 2-1.
A nice shot. It's a great trade, though.
Down early, but an immediate trade. The fundamentals for BBL good to start. 2 pistols and a stinger. It's a weak buy from Team Liquid.
Oh, that's a great crunch on this one. Instant reaction from BBL is 1 to take space, 2 go back.
Were there for a moment, but it has quickly faded away. Deep aggression, perhaps overplaying their hand here. Team Liquid
that's really nice. They're playing together well.
In their favor.
Rex is so dead.
He knows there's a player in that corner, so desperately low. It should be a formality, and out comes the shorty, but taking the orb is a bridge
Taking the orb, bro.
Burning down on BBL.
He thought he had a lot of time here. He thought he had so much time.
Assumption was that the player must have been
a little greedy,
far enough away not to already be breathing down his neck. But it's not even like that orb got him. Oh, like if he'd been 1 away and that was a Viper's pit, I could maybe understand it. But instead, it feels like a massively unnecessary risk in a position where they really needed to take home that round. That just freed it up for Nats to take that victory. And what Liquid now onto the board. It's definitely a mistake.
Replay on has a stacked replay. We've got to see everything.
Immediately shut down.
This is interesting.
It's a
early on in a game,
all those weaknesses
getting that op out,
they come into it with, they get hand
especially as honestly in this comp, 2 people like to just jump peek here all the time.
Treks on a stinger long range. Talked about sociable, firing on all cylinders, lifting up all those around him. Well, no doubt that round has done the same for Team Liquid. Close play by Levin. He holds on to control. So much utility thrown his way, but he still manages to walk out of there with the advantage for his squad. Team Liquid on the back foot.
If they figure out where Nats is, he can steal him away. Instead, he's gone running through. He's trying to take
My goodness, dude. That is insane. That is insane, bro. What a play. How is he so fast at that?
Maybe a reminder of who BBL are playing against. No access to sight. Well, they didn't even make it close.
30 seconds.
That was so fast.
1 versus 4. Nat still lurking around. This one's done, isn't it?
What a big play that was.
But even then, the clock is almost his biggest enemy. 18 seconds. If he's going to go for it, it's got to be here and now, and they are going to wait and run this clock down. They've got the numbers to do it. 1 at a time. There's the flash before he even taps the spike. And
show me, man.
The back of it closes
full speed.
Out.
A little slow-mo after.
3-2. This could have been a strong start to the half, but as always, knives on throats as soon as it gets close. 1 round in between them.
Oh my god.
The mistake to not respect Nats' utility.
Fast.
I don't think they'll make that mistake again.
It's just so disgusting.
That's so
We've
fast.
talked about this guy for, what, 4 years now, playing Viper on this map?
That's incredible,
we've probably
man.
got at least another 4 in us before we'll ever stop. Unless someone truly nerfs Viper into the ground, and even then, he'll probably still find a way.
Oh, let's play Cypher.
Still, BBL's first couple of rounds were clean enough that they are going to have a bye here. Levin with his ultimate can be a difference maker. But just look how passive this B site hold currently is. They're willing to leave it almost completely open in the hopes that maybe if that ult is used, it won't find anyone.
Usually you're going to have that point of contact first, but throwing it in blind, not necessarily a terrible idea. Okay, crash the backside. Here comes the ult. It's not going to find anyone if it's thrown this way. But he's waiting for contact, starting to put the pieces together. Hunt sees no one, looking to elbow. It's a good read. He doesn't know that yet, but waiting for that contact. There it is. Nats found.
He didn't
He'll
even
be dealt with immediately. Now Levin look to pull one into a fight, and he does manage to find opposition.
Shield.
It's Camo.
Oh, no shield.
Showstopper. Not gonna land
Ran
for a
out
kill,
of shields.
but
There's a molly on his feet.
Molly of Profek. 3 versus 3.
That's
BBL
messed up.
holding close as well. They want to take this fight with an orbital strike, slowing the push, allowing for the reposition too.
Yeah, it's important. They were all trapped close.
Kiko gets a kill, he gets his ult, same with Patty.
Cause them issues up above is sociable. He's low, but he's willing to take that headshot angle. Yumpy waiting on the cross, but he hasn't found the fight. Pressure being put in from Trex, needs to win this battle, and he does.
No way. Oh, Wingman's actually going to win. Wait.
For sociable. He's low and they're defusing.
Wait, what the hell? Why did Wingman take so long there? What's he doing?
Liquid.
Dude, this is well handled from Patty. Patty and Trex both did incredible.
Get very dangerous start as well to this
Bro,
map.
how are they winning that?
Find their way back into the light is key, and I think the problems here, you look towards that B site, you're trying to get away from Nats and the impact he had on short, so you walk into a smoke on elbow when the rest of the site is clear, and Nats is waiting inside of it. It's going to start to be a bit of an annoyance.
Job, guys. Let's go!
If he's able to consistently
chill it. Don't rush this into it.
Consistently punish on these plays.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, BBL use ultimates in that round. They don't find the win for it. It's a very costly round in that sense.
It really is costly. 3v2, send it down to an eco.
The Team Liquid now have to
use a couple of ults into it.
Not only do they have the Seekers,
Say a couple. Use a lot of ults into it.
Too.
Yeah.
No shortage of responses for whatever BBL throw their way. More so in the next round.
I'm looking at the amount of stingers that have been purchased and the Viper's Pit. I feel like the goal here from BBL is if they can get that post plant, they can fight within and just spray those SMGs and hope for a victory. It's definitely not a
that's what they wanted though, right? Insta group with the team. Keep 2/3 over towards.
Intentionally been revealed by that flash. Keep a couple of players on that side of the map. Liquid though haven't moved the remainder of the others. They are still sat waiting patiently.
Yeah, and Nats just, I mean, Nats just has full fuel and
they
smoke.
look to try and fight, and Nats is definitely
Sorry,
getting
and Molly.
maybe slightly itchy feet looking for players to battle.
40 seconds on the clock. BBL start to take space, floating out, but the Viper's Pit goes up. Good to take Camo down, somehow upgrading to a rifle. There goes Nats. Viper's Pit to fall. So sociable, but an immediate response from Levin with the space left open. And an answer back from Magnum, putting his own pit into play.
How did he melt him so fast?
To fight up against, and look how low Trex is. Just hiding in that corner, not yet spotted.
What the hell?
Shows down. This gets a little spooky. But playing against Stingers inside a pit, especially on 1 HP, this should be impossible for Trex to find anything.
Yeah, there's Magnum. He was the safe pair of hands, and for Padatek, sure he has the Seekers, but committing it now, it might reveal where they are, but getting to them is going to be incredibly difficult. Profek was even playing the post plant with a Molotov, and I think just a well-orchestrated round coming out of the side of BBL. They had a plan from the get-go. They kept players on the other side of the map, and then they stuck to that plan. I think the only spot that kind of could have gone the other way was that initial fight from Social.
It's a crazy
I think they knew exactly where he was going to be, and somehow he still won it.
Here we get to see it in the replay. Like, that's absolutely insane.
Insta double dinked him.
Fully watching the TP and still doesn't manage to win that fight. And then Magnum, that's actually perfect. He's the one that wins the battle versus the other pit.
Huh.
You can watch that sociable one back another 5 or 6 times. I don't think I'd understand how he gets away with it, just immediately backing off. McClellan maybe absorbing the shot. Team Liquid call a timeout. They need a moment to gather themselves. The 3 rounds in a row that they had.
They got to eco it.
I
say eco it.
Is when you look down,
they could force on one person to take a hit.
The economy is in a very shaky spot. They've already burned up so
one
many
of the better
ultimates.
One of the better judge
the
maps.
They needed, and it's not like a Seekers on Sky is going to save you around. It's not a Blade Storm to give a player a rifle. So full buy, difficult to come by. And then the question is, do they want to play with those weaknesses without a pit to play inside of? Because they used that in the previous. Or do they want to play for the next round? Allow BBL to already push up to 5. And I suppose it's a good time to touch on that, Tom, as far as expectations. We're looking at BBL on the attack side, looking to qualify to champs. How many rounds do we want to see them walk out with for it to be acceptable, a good?
It's kind of a weird scenario because the last time they played, they did slightly better on the defense. But that was with a completely different
I'm pretty sure they
I
can.
think this one, you would sit there and go that
they want to save an
likelihood
op, I guess, is like the takeaway.
The attack half, because that is normally the case again for Liquid. But again, you're up against a
so just making sure that they save an op.
Comp on the defense.
Dude, an op against the ISO though.
Minimum of 7 on the attack.
I feel like it's gonna struggle.
But I think it's gonna be a lot more difficult for Liquid to figure out. And while Patatek tried to maybe bait it and not have to use one of those flashes, Profek's won that second fight as well.
Now look what's left.
That fight
2
is...
sheriffs and a judge to
he's
play
not on
with
the
for
screen.
the defense. Nat's already relocating. Classic in hand. He'll get back in with the judge and somehow take down Magnum.
That's a fast trade on that.
To punish him for that.
Nice
They
shot.
spotted Kiko. He still manages to find one, but caught with knife out. Sociable goes down. This is getting
He
way
just take a TP
too
spawn?
close. They had 2 sheriffs and a judge. Now it's 2 rifles. Make that one. The one is on camo, and this man, he is no slouch. This will be a difficult play for BBL if he finds the first, but it's Profek holding strong.
What a lovely round from Profek, yeah.
From that man to put 5 on the board for BBL.
Okay, so this was what the timeout was for. So you imagine Paddy's throwing Kiko, no, sorry, camo and op.
Massively favored to BBL, but even still, Liquid made it
I'm
look
confused
interesting.
a little.
And I do think there's been a couple of moments from Sociable that have been over the top. Like, you can understand why. Like, after the last map, he's taking risks in a similar fashion, but in rounds like this, it definitely makes me a little bit more nervous. Of course, for Liquid, that was just
Okay, camo gets thrown the op. They stick to the plan. It was made after the timeout. Early smoke still, so they get the early info if they go in there.
Well, they're going to see that. Decoys
They've
being
just been
sent up
swinging
towards
long
A.
corner,
The
shower corner,
Liquid
shot.
know what they're up against at least. Nats, he's got to be careful how much he commits to this B-long angle. They've lost Patatek a few times here, and no doubt it's going to be something that BBL look to brawl for. But it's the op being positioned on this angle now that causes the real problem. Luckily, Nats is backed off. He calls for the dog to go through, and there we go. We've spotted at least 2, and they know the op is there. Nats goes out, but he is punished, thinking they were still behind the orb, and he might have an isolated fight. But now it's Patatek who stands alone at the mouth of a storm. Has a chance with a TP right in front of him.
Oh wait, how's he allowed to get 2?
He looked to
No,
be
wait,
in
how's he
danger,
alive?
but he's washing away.
Oh my god, he did
this
so
attacking
well.
side.
I'm not sure he should ever be
Back
getting
to
2
even
there.
when he falls.
Magnum. Oh, he's actually managed to catch Kiko. Waiting on the other side, and he
Magnum, bro.
with 4
BBL are
HP.
taking turns of being beasts at the moment.
Maybe just not quick enough on the trigger, but a big round for Magnum. I want to give more credit, though, to Profek. I feel like he has been there.
Dude, they gotta sort their B hold out, man. Their B hold is not great.
Levin and Social are always going to be taking risks, like getting util ready, like maybe not paying enough attention, and he is just waiting there, ready for somebody to peek. And wow, then Magnum, this was that final kill, just ready to be re-aggressed on. Now puts both of them at the top of the board. 6 rounds
We'll look and see what their fix is for the next buy rounds after the eco.
Once again for Liquid.
They managed to have a damn good try of it in the previous, even with weaknesses.
Jesus, and now he's got his ult for the next round as well.
It doesn't seem to be the same case here. 7 rounds looking likely an immediate double opening for BBL. A plant found, flank watched by 3, in fact.
Planted.
And what they're fighting back in with, well, at least for Kiko, is going to be very difficult to find value with.
How you know you're playing up against Levin and Sociable, where your opponents have a 5v3 and you're watching the smoke with a judge. And they do peek. That's the thing. They do take these risks. Unnecessary gambles. Now, Seekers have been online for Patatek for a long time. It would be a risk still
Yeah,
to
I mean,
use
you can't
them
use them here.
But at this stage, it feels like it's getting to the point where risks need to be made. Kiko moving forward with the judge, but that time has been ticking for a long amount. With Patatek already being dropped, getting into this site at this point is almost impossible.
Oh,
wait.
We find that pick, and he's being followed. There's a chance for Kiko to at least.
They kind of gave him a gun upgrade.
Yeah, that's kind of helped him.
Yeah, no, it did help him.
He wanted to save a judge.
Don't reckon he did. It's still going to have its uses on defense, but you're a little limited on rotations, on repositions.
Okay, they buy an op again. I mean, the op's going long, right?
Go down to the spike. Either way.
Nice.
A solid round, and I see what you mean about especially Sociable. Again, these situations, it feels like he is just feeling himself in the previous half, going in for these crazy risks. There you're in a 5v3.
Full pass and stack. Full pass and stack op goes long.
Where their buy is at exactly, but looking at the players, you imagine they've got something, and he goes swinging out early. But I think that's what happens when you have a guy of a game like that on a deadlock, and now he's on Duelist.
Passive angle, I mean,
take those fights. Maybe rein it in.
Yumpy's throwing util for
now
this.
In spot. Like, they have been fighting this almost every single round and have been decimated for it. There is going to be util coming his way, but...
Yeah, you can tell how they handled it.
Oh,
what in the TP was that, bro?
Not expecting anybody to be that wide. Well, this is a fight that Levin should almost definitely win. He's up against the... pistol! How has Camo come out on top there? He will be decimated by the ult, but...
I mean, he got an extra kill and he got an ult out of them.
Well, getting a kill from that ultimate. Sorry, Minimoon.
That's tough. There's not many ISOs
That's
that would lose that
incredibly
fight.
well timed, Molly.
Flash in the pan, but it set
Wow.
fire to a strong half from BBL. The gap could be down
There's
to
been
2
some rough rounds
by the
in
time
here.
we swap
There's
sides.
been some really rough rounds,
That's a
man.
lifeline for Team Liquid.
I hope some of the other regions aren't watching.
There we go.
Because we don't look that scary
That
right
was-
now.
Yeah, so we talked about social
It's not even like he was in a wide,
plays.
like a wide angle as well. He's just on a default angle that they know he's in. So that's just silly. And that is way more silly.
Yeah, I really, really don't know what Sociable was thinking. Maybe thought that the TP was more in the corner. It's the best excuse I've got.
Yeah. Well, still in the lead. We're definitely seeing some of those mistakes being made. BBL deserved to go in with a pretty high lead in this half, but Liquid could diminish it down to
I mean, they got the
2.
best
This is
ults for
nasty
this
from
though,
Sociable.
Liquid.
Now, no need to go further around
Like this
the corner.
Razor should
Just
always
wanna
be
try
getting
and play
value
that
with
close
these
angle, but
Seekers
bear in
and
mind
Fischl.
that there is going to be the Thrash sent through, and he's sent running on the other side. This could catch a few players, in fact, but will eventually be
Oh,
destroyed.
they broke it though.
And for the judge up close, you're going to instantly shred that ultimate. Showstopper, though, a little harder to deal with. It's out,
Oh.
it's fired, and it's
Oh,
not
boy,
found its
though,
mark.
that's my fault,
a bit
I
more
guess.
needed. Yumpy, the one to answer up, but Nats is there, keeping numbers in Team Liquid's
Wingman
favor.
goes in.
DQ's underway. It's going to be the Wingman, destroyed, but at the cost of Magnum's life, and Profek all alone, up against the numbers. He does well to start. The defuse almost finished, and he buys time. There's a molly on as well. But that spike, I don't think, is ticking near that quick
It
enough.
was a good try, man.
Great attempt, but in the
It
end,
was
it
a
will
good
be
try.
7-5.
Yeah,
It would not have
feels like
surprised
almost
me
the
if he
minimum
pulled that
for
one off
BBL.
with how this
And
game's
once
been
again,
going.
The resilience of Liquid is showing. They are not giving up on this fight as of yet. But even still, going into that second half, BBL are set and ready to potentially claim their champ spot.
Through the TP. Oh, what is that second kill, man? The series, I mean, it's non-stop, man.
Gives you wings.
Every map, every other round is just insanity. What did they get in the end? 5, 7. I think that's not too bad, really, considering the comp. Will the ISO be good against what Liquid are doing? Yeah, probably. They can hold on to space. Like, for BBL here, are basically going to be doing the exact same for what Liquid were doing. A lot of deep smokes on defense, and they're making sure they either hold behind it, or if they commit util, they're just double damaging and just dueling. It's, it might actually be a pretty good comp of what Liquid want to try and do with their comp. They got fast Yoru rotate as well. Is Heretics out if BBL win? No. Basically, Liquid, if they lose this, Liquid would have to win the next game. Heretics,
Well, this could be a
the only
new
way that Heretics
chapter
go
for
out is if
BBL,
Liquid lose
just
both of
one
their
half
best of
away
threes.
From locking
Wait,
in
lower brackets are best of
champions.
5.
Their
They lose this
first
and then they lose the
VCT
next game.
International event, and what a debut it would be, led by Yumpy, a man who's seen heights before, and up against a man like Nat, someone that has stopped Yumpy and his squad in their tracks in both of the previous stages this year.
Dude,
Seems destined.
dude, look at the
There's a
difference,
very
bro.
real
What
chance that they
the?
end up in the grand final versus each other as well, with how they've both been performing
It's
this
either,
year. And
either
maybe
fast or
a
last.
rework of a
It's
crowned
insane.
champion, as you see at the top of EMEA. But only one of them can make it to the finals first.
30 seconds. They couldn't
Liquid
even give him the.
could
Couldn't even put the
confirm
16th in there.
Heretics
They actually just put him
champions
dead
If
last.
they win this, BBL could
To be fair,
confirm
with how they
themselves
played-
for the first time ever.
Yeah,
Making
if
it
you know,
to an
you know.
international, but more importantly, making it to the biggest of the year. Sociable, already under
well,
serious pressure, and he's dead. Didn't get out of there quick enough, caught, and because of this, Liquid are looking to execute. Yumpy in position, though, the leader of the pack, has evened things up, and he's looking for a little more. Has some support, but that spike plant will come in.
Yeah, it was
It's
really
really calm
smart
from
letting the
Yumpy.
plant go through. They thought the space was free, but when they fight it, he's there. Now Nat's lurking up behind him.
He's
Sets
dodging the
in favor,
dog and
but
didn't
Levin
expect the
quickly
laugh
trades
from
it out.
Nats.
Patatek now with
Paddy
no
may
safe
even
space
have to
to
stay alive a little bit
stand,
longer than
steps
that.
into the smoke, and
Last
goes
seen
down the
over
round.
towards
The
Showers.
post-plant setup is still here. I think Nats is already loose to snake bite. There it is landing. That's going to cause them a little
the
bit of a
snake bite
problem.
took
As
the
Levin goes
shield
down
away.
quite quickly, his shield broken by that snake bite gave Nats the fight, but he has 2 more to take down. This is what he does. This is his specialty.
Very, very nice from BBL on this one.
Another pistol for BBL.
Yeah, they even up the pistols, but that helps a lot. Did a 2-0, 3-3 altogether.
It seems as well. I don't think throughout this series, and maybe even the last couple, that we saw the very best of what Prophet can do. But I think this map, the most important map in the whole organization's history, is where he has come alive. 15-6. And as I said, if I was going to pick out the most important kills in every single round, I feel like most of them have gone the way of Prophet. He's been incredible.
The hero Bucky.
Even
We
still,
know he's double satcheling in.
We know the
Outlaw
BBL
can one-shot everyone.
throughout the season, there's been moments where leads have slipped. And more importantly, there have been moments where Liquid have shown that
Bro, he plays the Outlaw
they're
like
one of
this
the
against
most
an eco.
resilient squads in VCT EMEA. No matter what they're fighting for, Camo looking for space, and Magnum has
And they
been
know that the Yori
decimated early.
TP'd away.
That's not the
Dude, I'm
start the
insanely
BBL were
surprised they
looking for in
don't
this
pounce on
second
that
round.
one, but they completely owned it. Look at the minimap. It's kind of
Especially
all
with
up
that
to
play from
11.
Camo into Lambs. It's causing so many problems for BBL. They have to rotate in to provide that support to back up Yumpy, but now that leaves
And
B
they silently
open.
take the space
It
as
leaves
well.
11 isolated, and he's missed the timing. They're already through, pushed into elbow.
Smoke
and I don't
goes
think he has a
behind as
clue
well. Ah,
that
dude.
That's gone down. A flank that should
And then also
lead
this
him
guy's
dead
running, so
to
he
right.
hears the running,
And
so he
the
lets him know that
reposition,
someone's
it's not
probably on a
keeping them safe.
rotate.
If they step through that smoke,
Dog to make sure as well.
should be done.
And the stun hit.
shield
My
activated.
goodness, they got
Sociable's
completely
only
owned
just
in this
making his way
round.
onto the scene. The spacing, and more importantly, the timing from Liquid in this round has been sublime. They've already picked up one of the rifles,
Okay.
but Sociable has been able to catch out Nats. A gap, but that gap is being filled elsewhere. Yumpy trying to wrap in, and he only has an SMG. This sniper, not good for close range, and unfortunately the SMG, not good for long range. Even still, they've turned their back to Sociable, a man that you can never look the wrong way against. He's back in hand with that sniper, but the reload's going to take a moment. Not
He has no
realizing
idea
there
about
is a man
default.
just sat on the spike, needs to almost
Not even
no-scope, but
considering
there's
it.
going to be an opportunity, and from behind he will
Batsy's
be
gone for
in
this.
the back.
And the wingman
To win
self-stunned
that
him as
second
well.
round. And Liquid has said, never.
What a sick round from them though. The
call
call to cancel here, once they know that there's only one person on site, is such a big call.
Look, there he is, stunned up, and he goes, oh, I've got the knife. Beautiful. 8-6. Team Liquid with an early bounce back. The lead for BBL cut down to 2. The economy in bits.
Said he wouldn't
and
trust the right
pieces.
click, especially when stunned, yeah.
This should be a
He
one-round
ain't
cap.
getting that
This
next
should
right
be
click for a while.
BBL. Falling by the wayside. A chance to farm orbs at least. You can see that
Like one of the only
picking up
times
that,
I actually
he's
think the
just 2
knife
away.
makes the most
The benefit
sense.
here, obviously, when you put that ISO wall down, no one can contest you in taking it.
It's given them
It's kind of funny the Liquid like double check
just a
the
little bit
corner
from
here.
this round, but anything else would be
Oh.
nice. Good shot.
It's a
from
nice
Levin.
shot.
Got his ult.
Yeah, that's ult for next round. Not for this one, but look at the full rotation. BBL, they don't have much in this round anyway.
Full
so might as well
person
commit it
stack.
all here. Normally
As
you're
we
gonna
can see, Liquid are going
at
to
least
cut
some
sound,
pushing
create
and
pressure
probing
like
on
they're
the other
going
side of the
elsewhere,
map, when
but
you know your opponents have a severe weakness,
guys
or
aren't gonna do
potentially
anything.
think they may
They're
have
just
forced
committed.
back up with what they could.
Spike dropped.
You kind of don't want to give them any individual fights, but that means
who shoots the Gecko
group up.
flash?
Time to jump.
The only downside is if BBL overplay their hand, that TP can be taken so quickly. But now it's commitment. The snake line can be sent
Whoa.
through. You already hear the wingman running in for that spike plant. Nats does well to pick up Magnum. Molly denies aggression.
Damn,
from
they
Yuppie.
handled it
Prophet
pretty well. Fair
isolated
play.
in this duel. Very well handled by Team Liquid, ticking every box. But it is just
One
Yuppie
bullet.
tagged
I
up
thought
from
that was
that
going.
Molly
I thought that was
to
going
deal
to be
with.
way
Quite
worse.
a costly round in the end.
Yeah.
Molly,
but one that
Molly,
they will be
smoke,
happy to find.
shot.
I think it's important for BBL to make that costly, just because of what happened in the last. Like you're going to deliver them a weapon or two, and
Just,
the game's going to be
just send
stolen
wingman
from
out
you.
as well.
But this is a story we've seen many times before. As I said, within the VCT,
A nice little Viper smoke on
there
this.
have been 3 matches this year. 2 of them,
Boys,
which
let's,
eliminated
let's slow it
BBL.
down a bit. Let's put
The
let's-
third, which was in the group stage, and all
Trex
of them
gets
went
the attack
2-1
up.
in favor of Liquid.
Sociable gets the defense up.
Sociable's feeling confident. There's an ankle spotted and an easy pickup. Camo out of the round. An orb for him.
I mean, he might get a
slow
jewel.
Approach now across the board for Team Liquid. I believe Levin activated his ult without finding anyone. That's always the problem. You know, you look at this ultimate combined with what Sociable now has thanks to his opening, and you can often find so much, but
A really nice wartime Prowler from Yumpy. Prowler goes out.
Okay,
Keep the 3-person stack strong over towards A. Early info and shower still.
Full reposition from Sociable. Now on the other side of the map, they've tried to avoid him here. And actually, Nats managed to win that first fight.
Damn, bro.
It is a trade back, but is there
Surely
an
he's
escape
dead.
plan? Not really. He's stuck in the map.
No way. How is this guy alive? He's got another dink as well. Kiko down to 6 HP. Insta ult. Does have time to plant.
There's no one really close enough to deal with it. And the
I mean, whoever this was on showers did so good to actually buy time for him to get another shot off there.
Coming in from behind. Kiko so desperately low, but within the pit, it almost levels the playing field. A stray spam could take him out, but they are not spamming in the right place. They are hunting for where he is. No utility even available to help them out. And this is a nasty little angle, in fact, from Kiko, who's expecting anyone to be.
Oh my god, did he see him?
Maybe out the side of the
Yeah,
pit.
maybe saw the
Just
back of him.
tiniest bit, but now it's Nats. This is Nats in prime
This is really
position.
smart from
Viper's
Nats, though.
mid down, but he's going to look to fall back. They are looking to try and get
That's
this to half,
really
but they failed
smart.
to do it. Didn't manage
That's
to get it all the
really
way. Now he
smart,
drops
bro.
the
Fair
pin
play,
to the
man.
open, and the round is already done.
That's
This is what this
it's incredibly
does.
smart.
Put Nats in a Red Bull clutch, and
If they had
Nats
halved it, maybe they had a
delivers.
chance here, but I still think he's absolutely owned them.
It's one thing
As soon as
to
that
face
second tap
Nats
comes in.
when the spike is down, when he's got utility,
Yeah, they messed up
but
a
when
little on
he's
site.
inside his pit,
Dude, what a
they're not
lovely
getting
round
away
from
with
Nats.
that. And it was Magnum's jump peak, and as we saw, it was just a hand that he showed. That wasn't an over peak from him. That was a crazy
yeah, he saw his
shot.
leg, yeah.
Hit by
Look,
Nats.
you can see the foot just under the edge of the pit.
The snake bite bought him time. The fact they didn't get it half really played against them here. It's got to be frustrating to lose that, but again, many men have faced Nats in that kind of situation.
It might have been a molly. There might have been. I didn't see it.
Tied up.
I don't think it would have made a difference.
With everything to play for. Liquid win.
It looked like he mollied.
Lock-in champions. But for BBL, the stakes a bit higher. Liquid are already qualified. BBL
did molly.
need this win or
This is an
a win
absolute
in the lower
masterclass,
bracket.
really.
They have to make it to the grand finals. And while they looked set to claim it here, they're now on an eco up against Liquid's full buy. They should be on the back foot.
Oh, that's nice.
Very
Oh my
nicely played.
god.
That's a good idea. It's not quite delivered them the opener.
It's
they were
another
hoping
stack,
for.
though. It's
Unfortunately,
another
it's one of
5-person
the
stack
few
where they called it
times,
right.
We're seeing a Sky in play, which means that it doesn't even have that much of an impact. Panatech can bring Camo back up to 100. The main thing that it's cost them is time. Half of the clock already gone. And again, the gambles so far from Liquid have led them into the wrong site every single time.
Oh, so much damage done. But Patty's still standing in the end of that battle. And we traded out 1-to-1. Sociable in position, spots them, breaks the flash. Levin swings in.
No
deep,
way.
gets
The
himself
wingman goes
one.
down,
They're
though.
making this
Still
costly.
pretty hard for
They're
Liquid
chipping
on this one.
away, one by one, until finally only Trex remains. He's been ulted as well. They know exactly where he is. The player sees he's safe inside the smoke, and as it fades, Prophet will emerge victorious. 9-8,
The
I
body
said,
block
but
to
we
stop him
thought
from
it would
getting
be
there
in
is so
favor
funny.
of Team Liquid. Instead, a pay safeguard Thrifty puts BBL in the lead.
Dude, these rounds, man.
It feels like in every single one of these low buy rounds, Liquid has walked in to a BBL stack. Said it before they went into that site, they have been cursed to gamble on that side. And it felt like only a matter of time before BBL were able to take one of those rounds home. This was the one.
The reload on short, yeah. Yeah, it's Nats's, right?
Of him and Nats brawl
You
for
wrecked
the
him a
top of
little
the
bit.
board. And just look at the damage it has done to Liquid's economy. Now they
Straight up B hit. I mean, this Molly's
couple
gonna
of
own them.
high-impact ones at that, but so does Profek on the other
Damn,
side.
they
and after being
disrespected
pressured,
a...
he's more than
I'm
ready
not
to
sure
go.
you can do that.
They look to challenge.
9 HP.
This is really a round where if you can, you want to save those ultis, but putting double digits on the board, edging closer to that victory in the series, to breaking Team Liquid.
And their economy as well.
Exactly. It could be worth it to throw it in. A reset from Team Liquid. Move towards the A site. Will be Magnum waiting for them. He's been on the junk peaks. He was caught by the operator, but the Stinger not quite as scary at that range.
Yeah, you can
Deeper
see he's
smoke
not
to
flying
hold.
anywhere near that orb anymore.
Yeah, we did say they were going to be doing a lot of that.
Classic by Nats. You show some respect, and it's respect he's earned over time. Seeing them once again, pressure being put in, and there is.
Whoa, that's a big kill though.
Not quite worked out for
It gives them
Sociable,
so much freedom on
though.
showers
Still,
for
with
Nats.
30 seconds left, there is enough time.
Picked up the gun
But
as
then to get
well.
this spike
I do.
down.
Nats can win this round.
Patience though, I like that. Denying
well.
the plant.
You could have.
He also killing
You
off
had the
Nats.
chance.
This is troublesome.
And that's going down. That was their main hope. The wraparound through the smoke. Hope the players are all focused on that spike. Trax does well, but the problem is the rifles, the HP, everything in favor of BBL. Kiko and Trax so desperately
They get a kill.
low.
Kiko's
An orbital
definitely
strike.
using this ult.
Well-placed could
Oh, bro,
save the
Kiko's
round,
ult in
and may
this.
well need to. Levin's alone. Kiko holding ult in hand, waiting for the tap. Levin's got to be quick. He needs to tap it now. Get that ult out of him. Oh, it's going to catch him for so much
Oh
damage,
my,
but
3.
Levin just about
3.
survives. This could have been an
He did
easy
an ult
round.
that
It
if he
was
committed,
anything
he
but.
might get him.
Tom, when I saw him run through that orbital strike, I thought it was done. I really
Oh
did.
my.
Oh.
That's a
it's
close
basically
one. I mean,
the
BBL
finest
take that,
line
dude.
between
All out
the
of him.
smartest and the dumbest fight
Yes,
possible. Like, if he
100%.
goes down to that, he looks like the worst player in the entire server. Instead, why on earth would Kiko expect anybody in their right mind to run that way? He even put it forward so that he would go
Yeah, no, he
back.
put it forward so that he wouldn't run
That
through.
is literal madness. Like, of course he doesn't expect it.
Holy shit! I shit myself.
Oh, it is the manner
Dude,
in which
these
BBL
replays,
are
man,
winning
these
these
replays are
rounds,
stacked.
you may never see
So
again.
good.
Like, I genuinely mean that. You may never see rounds like this ever again.
No, and there's so
Still,
many
though,
per
look
map.
at the amount of damage that was done. That was meant to be an
Okay,
economy
another
builder,
big buy
and
round.
maybe you use an ult or
Another
two.
really big round.
They used an ult or two, and they didn't build any economy.
Magnum is just a national treasure, man. I love this guy so much.
I'd say an international treasure.
Yeah, we are Magnum Nation. The Team Liquid 2 rounds behind. Showstopper available for them to break through this A-hold.
That's true, Ninja.
BBL this time not having
That
Magnum
makes
in
every
position.
replay good.
Instead, he's popped the ult towards B long. You got Profek holding close. You even got a third player here in the form of Levin, but full pressure on A.
Nice.
They're going to concede this.
know
knowing
one
that a big ultimate
showers.
is underway, knowing that.
Whoa.
Oh no!
Oh.
Just about
Wow,
Leading.
51. Went a little too far.
Still drawing breath. Levin finds one that was the ultimate used to capture Kiko.
Yampy
Tracks
got
down.
another
This
one
is
over
beautiful
towards
reaction
showers
from
as well. They have
BBL.
no showers
Yeah,
control.
they
I don't even know how
led them
Liquid
into
win
the trap
this.
to begin with. Now can they get out of it on top? Even still getting
Well,
through
that
lamps is
helps.
difficult.
Little,
One up by Padatek, but his
little
teammate
fade away.
traded out. Again, look at the man deeper.
Yeah, it's weird because he's like got to go make a play really.
Spam doing a little bit of damage.
Where are you meant to
He
make a
needs
play
to time
here?
all his utility perfectly, and this time they've got rid of him, and they've taken Padatek as well. BBL are marching closer to that finish line. The goal they have set for years, one of the first
They got an
teams
eco. They get 12.
within the whole circuit, back all the way
They can.
towards that 2020.
They could force,
BBL
I guess, if they
were
wanted
fighting
Guardians light
in
armor.
Valorant. They've never quite made it to champions. They are 2 rounds away. First things first, they'll have to deal with a liquid pause.
Let's go.
He's celebrating not losing his ult. I mean, yeah, he lost the he lost an ult against the Classic. I can understand why he's celebrating that one.
Almost throughout the history of franchise, a squad that's always come close, but never quite close enough, missing the mark by an inch. And now, well, we would have said the dream of playoffs for BBL starting out this year, but that dream has evolved. It's gotten bigger.
In
They've met
Samsara,
their
thank you
goals
so
and
much
found
with the
new
10,
ones to
dude.
shoot
Thank you,
towards,
thank you.
standing just 2
What is that now,
rounds
20
away
this stream, I think, from you? Thank
champions.
you so much,
A
dude. I appreciate that.
monumental achievement for not just
How you
this
know what to
roster,
do.
for this
You only got gifted
organization.
in _
They've come in
Samsara, say
flying
thank
their
you.
banner with expectations
I appreciate that.
middling
Thank you for doing
at
that.
best, and they have delivered some of the best Valorant on that stage that we've seen. This could be a new era of BBL. As formality, perhaps, to get this across the line. If they win this round with a full investment from Liquid, with no ults for their opposition to fall back on, that should be the beginning of the end, or the start of BBL's next chapter.
That's it. Should. They are not there yet. And they are up against the
So
team.
they go
But
for the
ultimately in this
force.
series, is playing.
We said they'd have to go a couple of Guardians.
But secondly,
it's not too
for
bad. There's so many light armors, but they don't get punished for it.
I guess Padatek is that they'll take heretics with them. But that means that the pressure sits on one
to
side
make it
of the
look like
stage.
they're pushing down.
Now, can BBL thrive within that pressure? It's an early
A
fight.
great
for
kill,
this time.
man. It's
One
great kill.
and
TP out, no trade on this.
risk taken, Padatek gone.
Huge investment. And now, from Team Liquid, they put their credits into it. Right now, you lose one of those key
They
flashes,
die
or
over
two of
towards
those
the
key
side
flashes,
once
I
again.
suppose.
Gives them full
Relying on
info.
tracks.
Keep the 3-person
Back
strong.
comes the Dizzy,
Smoke goes
and
in.
it goes. It's going to be full commitment. They're not wasting any time. Looking to bounce off the momentum of opening this up. Catch BBL off guard, and they've done so. Camo wrapping around backside. Big punish. But there's the snake bite kill.
Dude, big
Onto
kill from
Trax.
Nats.
It's keeping it even, but when Nats so desperately low, this could fall apart for Liquid. They need Camo to dig deep, and it will be time running down. No utility left to deny.
What
this
a big
defuse.
play. He's
BBL,
pushing.
they've still
My
got a smoke
goodness.
to play with, but they have to deal with Camo close.
And
Gets
now
a
it's
nade
left
now
all
as
to
well.
back
It's
them.
a solid reposition from Nats. Last seen over towards
A man
Zuka.
who's made the journey to the top before and looks to do it with a completely different roster. The thing is, he's got the fight versus
Really,
Nats
really
from
nice, man.
behind.
Fair play.
He won't be
They
able
played
to
that
do
very
it.
well.
They started the round off strong, but as said,
Camo
Liquid
did great.
never quit.
Nats did great. Even
They
before
will
the
break
2v2.
that trend of 3. And now, well, you mentioned that in that round they didn't have the ultimates. Well, those are starting to come online as well.
They absolutely are. Already
Dude, that's
seeing
what took him
Crash
down.
One away from a Viper's Pit. And if you've just tuned in to Valorant for the first time, you might not know how much impact Nats can have with a Viper's Pit. But let me assure you, it is a lot. Even there, you see him playing behind his teammate's wall. Oh, sorry, his opposition's wall.
Force him down to an
And,
eco.
He still gets the job done. Camo also getting the
Visual,
second nade off.
I would
thanks to the
imagine,
kill.
gets used
And
into
Elbow
this.
is working against them.
Yes,
Weaknesses here,
like we were
like
saying though,
Yummy
BBL
on
definitely for
pistol,
sure going to be
sociable
making sure
with
that
a
they
bookie. And I suppose of all the times,
smoke
this is the
deep.
best moment to have that
And
and
ult
double
sent through.
damage behind it.
Whether they can deal with Profik, and that's exactly what Nats has
3-person
done.
on site still.
11 has tried to dodge the flash. He got 2 for 1. I don't even think he realized that he got the
I don't
kills.
think- I
And
don't
even
think he-
still has made the
I
round
mean,
competitive.
it was
Maxim
2 different
with a rifle,
bullets.
Still standing, but not wanting to overface. He knows his teammate a little bit further away. And just decides to fall back. This round
they're not gonna
spawned
get the
from
info
almost
from the TP
absolutely
that someone's
nothing. A
pushing
little miracle
behind.
From Levin.
And what guns?
Sociable
More
yet
guns
to
down.
find another
Rifle?
gun. He's going to go all the way around.
Dude, no guns down. He
Hope
threw his
that there's
bucky
one
away.
close.
He's got an actual
Don't know if there
classic.
is.
Stepping in the
Okay, if he
smoke.
drops down though, he'll get
He's
one.
wrapping up and over. It's a
Oh
freebie.
boy.
Now
And
it's
Sociables
Trex,
just picked up a
the
gun.
lone wolf surrounded by hungry hunters. He takes a bite
What
out
a
of the
flash
fire.
that was, my
Oh, they
goodness,
eliminate
Trex.
Sociable. A
Dude,
Red
did he
Bull flush
did he
for Trex.
accidental
A
jump as
lifeline
well?
For Team Liquid.
My god, man, this
It's just
map,
what he
this
does.
series.
You put this man alone on a site with
Damn,
1,
bro,
2,
he got
3,
double.
you name it. And somehow he seems to make things work. There's coming close to beating Liquid, and then there's actually beating Liquid. And right now, BBL are in that former camp. They could have had themselves 12, they could have had themselves map point, but for Trex.
The rounds have been so
Still have
close.
a bye though, coming
My
into this
goodness,
one.
look at this, dude.
Well, there's the ult off rip.
Man, there's
Sociable
so much
punishing the
going on,
re-peek as
bro.
well.
There
They
is
won't
so
close the
much
distance in
going
time.
on. Fade Eye clears all the
should
way
be
over
safely
towards
getting
B as
away
well. Rotate comes in,
inside of
3v3
Labs. That's the advantage
3v3
for
on
BBL.
site, and this is
Credits
pretty
dumped
fast.
into this round,
Fine.
an ult already used.
Where's he
They've
going?
lost-
He's
Whoa,
going
whoa,
through!
whoa,
What is he
whoa,
doing?
that's
Such a gamble!
Huge risk.
What is he doing? He's going to delay for his
Just tried
teammate
to play
pushing.
off it, but I don't think that was worth it. It has bought time for the wraparound, but Liquid aren't just sitting pretty. They're not just waiting for that flank to come in. They've moved forward. And it could be the undoing. Maybe the pressure, or maybe just overconfidence. But now they've got to try and find a way back into this
way.
round, and they are not getting it. It's all onto Yumpy. And the remaining
Yumpy
two are a little bit further back. Over
He's
to
going to
strike
Fade Eye
Kiko.
for this one.
It's going to be a tap just to
That's
bait him
unlucky for
in, and
Yumpy.
just like before, Panatek on the swing.
4v3 to make a hero play like that? My
Once
goodness.
Again, Liquid continue to climb.
That's, yeah.
Neck
That's a
and
lot.
neck when it seemed like BBL were just moments away. They were facing the last-ditch buy from Liquid. They found an opening.
So
when
his shield's
a
going
few
down,
rounds
so he
ago,
wants
it
to make the
seemed like
play
that
before
was
his
the
shield
end.
goes down.
Already
Dude, just
beginning,
accept
and
it.
somehow Liquid have dug deep. They fought their
Yeah,
way
and we
back
rarely
into
see
this one.
Pow angry, but that was
And going into round 23,
Oof.
we know we're going the distance. Regulation played to its fullest. BBL call a timeout. 3 in a row from their opponents. They need this to be where they find their form again.
They got an
where that
eco.
dream of making it to champions, it will have to be realized.
Liquid's still a
in
little
that
low on
lower
money as
bracket
well.
BO5.
BBL.
Yellow card?
definitely
Oh, bro, that's a
slicing
straight
down.
up red card, man.
3
You
lost
just
in a row,
gotta,
but this was
you
the
just
one that
gotta accept your shield.
shattered their
Like for
economy.
that,
They've won
I
rounds
don't
like this
care, man.
before,
You
but
have your
can
shield. It's
feel
all about
the air of
Magnum's
change.
flank, really.
Maybe not
Unless
just
they were
in the
concerned they were
building,
going to TP,
but
but
for the players themselves, because in each of
they
these
didn't
rounds,
even
think
know. They didn't even know
One v two
anything
for
about
Trent.
numbers
back, an
on the
overpace
site
from
yet.
11. Opportunities dwindled, and the more you give to Nats
Scary
and his
round
band
that
of
was.
merry men,
If Nats gets over
the more
towards
they
the
will
site,
take away.
then he has
They've
his
been
ult.
gifted a
He can
lifeline,
also
or
one-shot
grabbed it,
everyone on this.
depending on your outlook.
3 in
Now
a
they
row.
come in with better weapons, a Viper's Pit, and a lot needed for the other side.
Oh!
Oof.
Levin's got an opening. He's got shield online. Thought he wanted to get
Oh,
out of
redemption?
Here, but he's sticking around.
Ooh.
Oh, stands his
Redemption,
ground
though.
against
Fair
the
play, man.
onslaught of Liquid.
Fair play.
That's giving them a chance here. No longer
might have lost the
fighting
round
for a
before,
12
but
to 11 to battle it back in the next. But
that's the
they
ultimate
can get
redemption.
it done here. Guarantee at least an overtime.
Oh, this fight is everything. This fight's absolutely everything. It's a win! It's a win from Nats! You would have bet your house on him that shot.
No
Didn't
way.
expect him to be there, of
All you had
course,
to do
but
is hit
2
one.
shots go and miss. Bear in mind, 1 shot would have done the job. And now Patatek,
He stepped.
the man who's looking to try and take Heretics to champions. His old
Does he
boys,
even
but
check
he's walking
right?
into a death trap. He's walking into a corner that is
Yeah.
held for Magnum. He expects it. No, he doesn't. Looks away at the last second. BBL.
God,
It's a
that's
pace
unlucky.
card thrifty, but more
Dude.
importantly, it might just be redemption for
No, it
Levin.
really was
He let
redemption,
a
man.
round go in
You
the
can't get
last,
much
but you can bet your house
much
he's
closer
won
than
this one
instant
for them.
redemption than
That
this.
is not just a win. That
He
is a
hit some
breakthrough.
absolute
A man who,
shots.
looking back at that 4v3 in the previous,
To
like you
ignore
said,
the dog
he made a
and go
mistake,
for that when
and
you
that
have 2
mistake
bullets
very
is
well, very
pretty
nearly
incredible, though.
Lost them this chance to fight for champions, but this
Boys, this is what we needed. Let's go, boys.
match, series, and champions point for BBL. They can
Okay.
qualify themselves in this round.
One go at
and
it.
Look
Look at the
weaknesses
ults,
on
bro.
Team
There's so
Liquid.
many ults up.
The main thing.
Fade Eye goes out towards
So already
Showers.
we're
They can
seeing the
keep the
pressure of
full
that ult.
pass and gamble strong. Had to
out.
TP to dodge the
Levin
fish.
in play once again, but his orbital strike has been used proactively to deny the pace of that hit. Still, a Viper's Pit available for Nats. And as we've seen throughout,
And there goes his shield. So
BBL
if he
have had
ults
their
anyone, he doesn't have his
opportunities,
shield
but every
anymore.
step of the way, Liquid have matched them.
I've got your trail.
They grind to a halt. Seeker's being used
Bro,
now. This is an attempted
The Seeker's
ruse,
just
and
going to
it's
reveal
actually
that there's
done
no
well.
one over
They
towards
baited
here,
out
right?
the
Oh, wait.
Nightfall. They
Yampy managed
pulled a
to
couple of
actually shoot
rotations,
all of
but
them.
There's still 2 members sat waiting on this site.
And the problem is, even Levin being offside, because he's got the ult, he can still have
Oh,
impact.
no
That's
shield,
that.
it's a straight
That's
up-
the Viper's Pit. If he wins this, a huge ult removed. But
Holy
Nats
dude.
is the one to find it. No shield for
And they
Levin.
don't capitalize
He's
off of
stuck
it.
inside his
And he
pit.
gets another.
Firing back, takes down
Oh,
Sociable.
Spectre.
It
The
is
Spectre.
Lance
The
Magnum.
Spectre.
And this is a ruse. A
Go
one-man
3 with the
fake.
Spectre. What an ISO.
Fortunately, BBL have sent their numbers to A. The TP's taken though, and the spike will be planted cleanly.
Nats, as said, you give the man a Viper's Pit, and while the things he does with it are miracles, Profek's been good.
Spike planted.
He's managed to take down Trex, but a 2v4, well, 2v5 turn 4 retake. HP even being healed up for BBL to win it here. Well, you'd have to take a look at what's on the other
Wow.
side, and Nats is waiting
Yeah, he
to
put the
finish
fade I
the
hit.
job. He
What a
started
round from
and
Nats.
to take them
What
to
a round.
overtime.
He had the
The
worst
leader
gun.
of the pack
He had the worst
does
gun
it
in this
again.
round. And he's got an ace.
That's
Dude, I'm
inside the
surprised when he
Viper's
popped the
Pit. Now they
shield
even took him
here and he
out for a
realized they
minute.
weren't hitting,
They
that he
brought
didn't
him
use
into
his
this
ult.
and
And he
he
just
pushed
saved his ult
close.
for the pit.
Spectre in hand and manages to get 3. Then rotating in, the rest of the squad gets to plant, and he still is the only one putting those numbers up. A cheer from Boo, no doubt. All of Heretics happy to see this, as their chances of qualifying today just increased. Overtime between these two. What a game it has been so far.
Oh, it's been, well, you could easily make a highlight reel of this and this alone.
Throw his smoke too early.
For Magnum, that's, again, you can see the pressure.
No, the pressure, you can really see the pressure on BBL players. No doubt about that.
It's gone into a horrific spot.
Toxins going up.
And this is what we talk about when we say that for BBL, everything is on the line. You can forgive some of the blips that have been made, but now they need to find their footing once again, and they are walking into the Lion's Den.
He's done so well here. Bro is having to solo hold the site. Gets the shield out of them, gets a kill, and they still haven't planted.
Freebie found. They give up site control, but no problem.
Yeah, Patty's got to dog fast.
Gonna face a full retake. Most of the utility online, the ones that are gonna get you back into the site. Nats up close. He's caught players looking the wrong way. There's another.
Bro, back to back.
With Nats, an ace in
Dude, you got your ult.
A 3K in this, and that's the pit online. The last place you want to see. Team Liquid's IGL as Levin desperately searches for him. Trying to hunt it down.
Dude, Nats is playing so well right now.
On the board, and it's Team Liquid looking to lock in the grand final spot, looking to lock in Team Heretics.
God, this must be such an intense game right now.
Their last chance.
For everyone playing it.
On any day, in any place or any time that you did not want to show up, it was Nats on Bind, on Viper. This is a man that, even if the form of the team he's on
right now. Boys, just win that backside, Maverick.
is not good, he will still perform.
Sure, his timeout is it. Liquid's okay.
You can see, it's like just win the attack side. At this stage, you almost think that he is in the mode of, I will do it myself. 28 and 18, but I feel like that doesn't even come close to reflecting the impact he's had on this game.
And I think we talked a lot in the past about when you're close to winning a map, you get dragged into that overtime, especially with the kind of the buffer of 3 rounds leading up to BBL hitting 12. And they had a good lead and they lost it. And we talk a lot about the impact of that mentally for players, for a team overall,
everyone on every camera is stressing out.
Had a chance to make it to champions,
Liquid coaches seem pretty calm.
In front of you and snatched back by a man acing, then getting a 3K in OT. Because of Nats alone, you are now facing that lower bracket. This should have been the end of the story for BBL. If they go straight to grand final,
go for
champs, and pressure is alleviated.
Glass cannon up.
Instead, the game is on. And Team Liquid may be about to close it out. Operator for Sociable here in overtime. It's a risk, but on defense, it was working.
Yeah, it was one of the better parts of their defensive side, him being able to get aggressive. Orb taken early for Levin, but he's going to need a couple of kills.
Oh, this is nice. Something he has been doing is he's been double damaging like this line here. He's changed it up so he actually gets the dog.
Alleviates at least a little bit
At
of
one
pressure.
point they can do they even want info here? They're just going to hold this so strong in front of the smoke.
Attack side. And a lot of that is just down to you want to give Nats the space.
Dude, they're going to stay so strong here.
To find those gaps.
It kind of all comes down to if Patty flashes this or not.
Has performed well throughout this series, throughout this year.
Oh, I hit.
Sociable. The op game's being
he went back.
Oh, it's a big flash, man. It's a big flash, and Sociable goes back for another. It's a great bait over towards site, and they do this flash.
Flying under the radar. He's good for one. Somehow, Camo's able to step back.
My goodness.
Set Profek
Oh my god, what an absolute series this was. Okay, Heretics. Heretics are confirmed. I love how the camera's more on Heretics going through. Because Liquid are already confirmed. Okay, BBL have to do it the hard way. Got to go lower bracket.
BBL not out of the running. The lower bracket could still send them